Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Holy Toledos. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. I hope you're having an absolute magical day. Long-legged Larry is up at bat today. This is a Simic Tempo deck, the color combination of blue and green. Tempo signifies that it has the components of both an aggro deck and a control deck, which is really cool in one. And we have a ton of synergies within this build. That's absolutely ridiculous, using my favorite card from Alchemy, Geist of Regret. So make sure to like the video to show your support. Subscribe to the channel for more great content like this. And in today's video, we'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies, then showcase and demonstrate this within the gameplay footage, wrapping up, of course, with our final thoughts and the newest inclusion to our videos, Card of the Day. Let's take a look at the deck. Alrighty, so again, best of one Alchemy, Long-Legged Larry is a 60 card, 2.6 average mana value deck with 15 creatures and 21 non-creatures, 24 land, plus 3 disruptions, bringing us to 27. We also have ramp through the Root Coil Creeper, a 2/2 for 2, tap to add 1 mana of any color, tap to add 2 mana of any one color, only if we're spending that mana to cast a spell from our grave, or pay 2, tap it, exile it, return a card with flashback you own from exile to your hand, which is, it's available if you really need. So with this being said, you can deduce that we're playing a flashback deck, casting things from our grave to take advantage of the dual mana from the creeper, right? Some of our more notable flashback would be the Otherworldly Gaze for 1, instant speed. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest on the back, on the top of your library in any order. Flashback for 2. We also have Winterhorn Blessing, which is fantastic. More on this in a second. For 2 mana, sorcery speed, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Tap up to 1 target creature you don't control, and that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, which is great. Flashback for 3, so the replayability is very easy because there's only 1 additional mana. We have the Croaking Counterpart for 3 at sorcery speed. Create a token that's a copy of target non-frog creature, except it's a 1/1 green frog. Flashback for 5. Path to the Festival for 3, sorcery speed. Search your library for a basic land card to put it into the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. If there are 3 or more basic lands among lands you control, scry 1. We only have 2 here. That will be in the 3-color deck. Flashback for 5, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then we have Memory Deluge, 2 copies of this for 4 mana, instant speed. Looking at the top X cards of our library, where X is the amount of mana cast on this spell. Put 2 of them into your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Flashback for 7. Very, very cool beans here. And now we're doubling all of those flashbacks through the Geist of Regret. A 4/5 with flying for 5. When it enters the battlefield, put a random instant and a random sorcery card from your library into the graveyard. Everything we have, minus Walrus Disruption, has flashback, so it's no worries. We can recast it from the grave. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your grave, copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy, which is absolutely redonkulous. Synergizing not only with that, but also Orvar, the All Form for 4, a 3/3 changeling, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets 1 or more permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of 1 of those permanents. Holy Toledos. When a spell or an ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent in play. Very, very good, and actually fairly viable in the current meta. There's a lot of discard going on right now, right? So that's what we have going here. We'd like to use the Croaking Counterpart to copy Geist of Regret, and then the copy ability from Geist of Regret is stackable because it's a non-legendary, and then you're copying spells from your grave multiple times, which is really cool. When we do empty our graveyard, that's going to help Willowgeist. This is a 1/1 for 1 with trample. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on Willowgeist. So as we cast the flashback spells from the grave, they go into exile, which will help the Willowgeist. And when it dies, you gain life equal to its power, which is really nice. And we can even go crazy once we have a couple of Geists of Regrets in play to copy multiple Willowgeists now. We can make a whole army and really go tree planting with our time. And then, tap all of our opponent's creatures with the Blessing, make our thing stronger, and smash in, right? A little bit of counter magic here within Walrus Disruption. Instant speed for 2, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. We talked about the ramp through the festival. We talked about the draw through the deluge, copying the spells through Ovar and Geist of Regret. Really simple deck. We have the Cascades, the Pathways for land consistency, Lair of the Hydra, Hall of the Storm Giants for those module creature bashers if something happens to our field. With that being said, you know, this deck is a ton of fun. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. And the competitiveness of this build is more so than I would expect it to be. The fact that Geist of Regret gets so out of hand so quickly, and it's the Winterhorn Blessing. Like, I know making a million copies of your cards through the Croaking Counterpart is really cool, especially if it's the Willow Geist, right, or the Geist of Regret. But if you are casting the Winterhorn Blessing and you have Geist in play and you're copying it multiple times, if it's another aggro deck, their whole field is locked out, basically giving you a free turn because they are not going to have a field wipe, right? So that is the sleeper of the deck. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this portion of the video. Deck tech, of course. Next up is the gameplay, and then we'll wrap up with our final thoughts. Card of the day, stuff like this. Make sure to like the video to show your support. Subscribe to the channel for more great content just like this. And most importantly, enjoy. Alrighty. Up at the bat. Nothing crazy good. I may just lead in with a Mimic and play slow into the Creeper, and that guarantees our third land. They're in tapped, that's fine. Let's get our Creeper in play. That adds 1 mana of any color, or 2 mana of any one color if it's from our grave. And we do have a lot of flashback here, which is cool, right? Let's just get right in with the all form. And now Croaking Counterpart can grab some stuff. So whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of those permanents. When a spell or an ability causes you to discard this card, make a token that's a copy of a target permanent, which is cool. Let's just mana out. These can both go in our grave. I'd rather double cast the Counterpart. These can actually both swing in, surprisingly. We have more mana than we'll ever need from our grave, thanks to Orvar and the Root Coil / Counterpart. Right, like these each tap for 1 normal and 2 from our grave, which means these flashback spells aren't nothing but a thing. Maybe we need Storm the Festival. Music's too loud. Turning that down for the people on the live stream. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate that. Let's just get weird with it, right? How many gold spans can we create? Let's just keep digging. Lands can go. We really want that Geist. Let's swing in, make some treasures. And, you know, we're off to the races again. I kind of want to keep this for when the Geist is out. Can we survive this turn? I guess that's the question. It doesn't have haste. We don't actually really need the land much. Five damage. Whatever. As long as there's no field wipe. Geist out. And now this is fun because we're going to be targeting the Geist with a Croaking counterpart. So it copies, and then the all form's already in play. So unless they have a way to deal with this, and they do. Good for them. I mean, it's not really a problem. Let's go to our combat. Attack with the Goldilockses. Make the treasures first. Let's see what they do. And now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 available mana. We use the treasures for the Geist. Miss Maya is upset. She wants the door open. She's gonna yell at me. And this is gonna grab us some flashback cards, sorceries, instances. Right to the grave, and then we can cast those. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 available mana still. Let's copy our Geist. Ovar itself is now a copy as well, which is pretty cool. Right, they love this. They do have mana available though. This is already on the stack, however. It's gonna trigger again though, right? Good on them. Maybe some protection in deck could be nice as well. Yep. There we go. Getting closer. Definitely getting closer. They killed Ovar, so we're not going to get a copy here, which is sad. Let's just push up the flyers. Right? That's fine. We should actually lock down all these other creatures too. Oh man. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Did we just wreck a Dragon's deck? Go Larry! Go Larry! That's the perfect song too. Going first, hand is fairly neat here, in all honesty. The land is cool, so I might keep the Mimic. Oh, this is greedy. This is greedy. Hello, good game, my friend. Let's go. Red with a scry to the bottom. Our turn, land out, creeper out. We really want to top deck a land still. Nice. Land out, creeper out. Hit for 2, right? They're decent attackers as well, right? Brush stroke kind of sucks. And then we pray they don't have removal. Green source out. Geist out. We do a little Milskis there. And we can cast and copy this otherworldly gaze. And then I want Ovar on top. That would be awesome. Shy on lands. But we have the keepers, right? So the keepers generate 4 mana. So we can just go right in with the Croaking Counterpart, I think. Or 1 land shy. I have to do it. I have to try to meme out. Let's just see what we get. The free copy here as well. I guess that's fine. I kind of want more Geist in case they deal with one. Actually, let's throw a Geist, and then we have replacements for both the Geist and the Ovar. And I think they're going to deal with the Geist first. No attacks. We're straight chilling. Maybe some counter magic, right? Because if we could be protecting ourselves right here, that would be absolutely amazing. Yeah, like, this is fine. I mean, they're doing stuff, but we're about to pop. Yikes. The land would have been really cool. Geist of the Regret. Now, the All Form copies it. Not as a 1/1 frog token, but as a 4/5. Like, a nice, real copy. And then the Geist copies the spell as well. So it enters, we do the mill. And then Croaking Counterpart is in play here. Just on the Geist, and, you know, that Geist entering mills the instants and sorceries. Then we get another one from the copy. Or I guess this would have been the original one, right? And then we're chilling. And we can get down and dirty on them here, right? We'll go out with our Blessing. We're going to push up our Geist. We're going to top the Predator. Top it, tap it. Either way. But we're triggering Orvar again on the Geist because we triggered it. So we get another copy. Plus it was cast from the grave. So we get another copy. Pretty crazy stuff. Woof. And of course we have more Geists in place, so we get another copy here as well. Very rude boy tactics. They do get a +1/+1 counter as we force the tap, which is cool. And they exile a card from our grave, which is actually fairly decent of them. What did they take? I don't even know. We're sacking creatures. Forcing the chip damage. Not worried about it. Not worried about it. We're still working on these blessings. And we could tap really as many creatures as we wanted. We get a big hit here. So they literally need to wipe the field. Because that was an absolute omega woof of a turn. You know what I mean? What a turn. Oh, you take a single Geist of Regret? Too bad there's 4 other ones in play. No, they have to wipe the field. So I think maybe some counter magic in deck and we're all set. Like, this is feeling pretty dirty. Easy. All right, going first, and this is actually fairly decent as an opening hand goes. Like, I know it looks awkward because there's not much mana, but our curve is low, and we have that turn 1, turn 2, and we're into some cheap 1, 2, 3 flashbacks. I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's get that out there. Hit for 1, right? You're on the clock now. I'm gonna hit for 3. I feel like they're kind of a control deck, so we might want to get after it a little bit more aggressively than we typically do. Hopefully we don't play into a field wipe. Gaze it up. Trying to pull some form of counter magic. Mine is in studio. And she's gone. So they're tapped out. Let's just get after it. Just plenty of creepers. Jeepers creepers, right? We have 3 of them. That's 3 mana. 6 if we're casting flashback. Oh, it could be worse. Let's get the Willow Geist out. And then Croaking Counterpart on our Creeper. We could also do the Geist because it gets those +1 counters. But I just love the mana that this makes. Hit for 4. And they could field wipe us. That would actually hurt. If they have one, I guess. Grafted Identity. Oh, you dog. Oh, you dog. We should have made those 1/1s, and we would have, I think we would have probably had lethal here, right? No, we still do. Holy. Okay, that was pretty cool. And we didn't even have the Geist of Regret. That was just straight up the Willow Geist with some Root Creeper flashback action. Alright, on the draw, we have to mulligan. There's bad land. We can keep this, toss a Gaze. Willow Geist on 1. It's always acceptable. Willow Geist out. Earthbound Witch into a Goldarin Bloodcaster for 1, no blocks. Fast turn. Hit for 3, no blocks. Third land into a Brush. No, Bloodseeker. That's actually really good too. One land to the grave. Keeper on top. Land out. Key Reaper. I called it the Keeper. The Creeper. There's an R there, I guess. No. LOL. Almost attack. We can block here. Resolve all. Get cursed, bruh. My turn. Alright, so now this is where it gets weird. It's like, do they have single target removal in hand? Maybe. Let's force it. No attacks. We have a counterpart in hand. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Holy Toledos. That was ideal. Nice. Got him. Let's lose life. Whatever. Now we could get really weird with this. 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4. And then we're in with the blessing. Sadly, we don't have the Orvar. Let's push up, and we also get to copy these a bunch. We're just locking out their whole field, and they literally can't do anything for the rest of the game. Give me this sleepy emote, sure. Now we hit him with the hammer. We could have copied the City Stalker and made them lose their whole hand. Actually, no, it would have only been one, right? 'Cause we only got the one copy of it. Next turn, though, we can make 4 copies of the City Stalker if we want. We also just keep pushing into the Geist of Regret, which is always a ton of fun. Or the Blessing should just win us the game as well. Right? And I think we've already just won the game because they didn't have a field wipe. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. They don't like that much. And that's a really nice lockout with the blessing. Just taps everybody. And now they've got one turn. And we even have Walrus Disruption in deck now for the counterspell, which is quite nice as well. Alright, going first. Turn 1, Forest Geist. Turn 2, Hall Creeper. Turn 3, Geist Path. We'll do our best here. Hit for 1. Let's go. You're on the clock now. Removal on the Creeper for sure. Doesn't really matter though. I mean, it's good. It's better on it than the Geist. Ramp, ramp, ramp it up. Hit for 1. Feeling pretty powerful there. And we lose the Geist here, gaining life. Guaranteed there's more removal. Let's just hang out for a bit. I don't want to lose our regret. Wait until they're out of removal, hopefully. Murder. Right? They have lots of removal here. I have lots of Willow Geists. Right? Just little removal magnets. That's all they are. You dog. Alright, they're down to 3 cards. Do they still have more? Yep. I'm just going to keep ramping for the turn. And I don't want to play this until we can copy it. Watch them force discard here. No! They can probably pay for it. But again, I just need to pull out the removal. I'd rather them kill the land than regret. If they have removal for 2, they've got it. And yeah, that's a poison the cup. Kind of what I thought. Try 2 is good for them, right? That's finding more removal, though. 2 to the top. I guess they find it. Dang it! Past turn. An 8th land, and then a Croaking counterpart. Ooh, this pulls removal. While we wait, let's check out Miss Maya. What are you up to, girl? Yeah, might go for a little walk on my wheel. That's our 4th Geist. Holy Toledos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 removal spells. Holy. Effing removal spells. Whoa! Just be patient, wait it out. Root Creeper can try to pull that last line. Oh, shoot. We shuffle here, that's my bad. Wrong order. Actually, no, because we put that in the grave, didn't we? So we didn't have access to that before. Still my bad. Let's throw it all in the grave. Just keep ramping. Right, if they want to play the long con, we can definitely accelerate at that. Second Geist, so we can play the first. They could remove on the stack before this resolves. We don't have 5 mana for the counterpart, though, so not really getting what we want. So let's just double up the gaze. I like it. So the copy only really looks at 1 card for us. I want to try and be greedy with the all form. They have so many cards in hand. It's past turn. We have 5 mana. We will burn them out eventually. Eventually. I can't imagine running this many removal spells in the deck. They must be completing a quest. They could still have instant speed here. Right? More removal. Just going for it at a certain point, right? Wow. Let's copy up our gaze. Glasspool's a dead card. Right, so we'll never be able to target it. Just like we can't here. And our turn on 2 mana. Four cards in their hand. Alright, let's see if we get a target. I kind of doubt it. They're as consistent with removal as Maya is at looking cute on her wheel. Wow. Man, you crazy. Just taking a look. We're gonna self-mill. You know what I mean? We just got slow rolled, yep. Absolutely. Alright, let's take our turn. We'll try to take our turn anyways. Alright, let's swing for 5. Did we Croaking Counterpart the land? It's an option. No, because it gets removed. 3 cards in hand, 4 after. Wow. Fast turn. How have they consistently always had a removal spell? Oh, good. Watch, this is the land. Oh, that was just a straight up draw. Thought that was a blood token. I'm used to the blood tokens. Surprisingly, we still have land in deck. Loving that land. We have a Ovar. We have a Geist. You know, we have everything we need here still. Well, once we're drawing land and they're able to refill their hand with removal, that's great. Nothing. There's no way they don't have more instant speed in hand at this point. They're just going to straight up beat us because we're going to deck out first. Right? Literally, they're just going to win first. Unbelievable. I couldn't connect a single thing. There's 14 removal spells there. Good game. We still have one layer. "19 removal spells later. The layer is going to be our last pull, so we won't even get a chance to attack. I'll help them complete their quest, though. Only 2 more creatures. I'm surprised they don't let it land and then remove both of them for extra creature removal. You know what I mean? That's their first win of the day. And boy, do they deserve it. Please. Holy Toledos. I think we're kind of dialing in Geist of Regret. I still want to play this deck in Diamond and in Mythic to see how it performs against the more aggressive meta decks. However, I think we've dialed back the jankness of it a little bit from the Temur Hellkite version, which I'm still a massive fan of. But this seems a little bit lower to the ground, a little bit less dependent on the higher mana value cards, because we're not using Hellkite, now we're kind of using that Willowgeist. So it seems to be a little bit easier to put together, a little bit less explosive, but at the same time, you know, sacrifice explosiveness for consistency. It's probably worth your while, right? So I really like the deck. Tell me what you guys thought of it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for your time and attention, and it's card of the day. And I actually went into one of the older sets that I have. This is the original Theros, in which we probably bought too many cards for, LOL. But just pulling one out at random, and we actually got a keeper here. This is Swan Song. I don't know if we can make this out. Of course, I'll pull it up here so we can. A rare from Theros originally, but it also comes from a couple different sets. Not just Theros, right? So we do have, I think originally in Theros, but also within Commander 2016 and the Secret Layer drop, which is really cool. So the price on this card is actually fairly good. If we do go back here, I don't know how to press back. Anyway, Swan Song, if you're unfamiliar, for 1 mana is an instant speed counter target enchantment, instant, or sorcery spell. Its controller puts a 2/2 blue bird creature token with flying into the battlefield, which is fairly decent, right? That's a really nice, cheap counter spell. Worth $14, if you can believe it. I have no idea why this card is so expensive. I assume it's played in, you know, almost every blue commander deck is probably why. But a great card nonetheless. Moving on, let's take a little look at the art. We have Peter Morenbacher, his website up here if you want to check out some more of the work, because the art is pretty cool. Like, I don't mind the art at all. That's what makes Magic so great. So if you're interested, here's the website. You can check that out. Just give Peter's name Google and it will come up immediately. So what did you guys think of the deck, and do you like the card of the day thing that we've got going on here? Oh, my camera's so out of focus. Maybe we get a separate camera for cards so I can just like place it there and it auto has it focused. That would be cool. But let me know, and if you have any thoughts to improve this, let us know, because we could do that as well really easily. Big shout out to Titan Shield as well for providing the protection for our MTG products. You can get 15% off if you use the code in the link tree through the Amazon store. Yada 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 yada. Hope you guys have just a magical day, and we'll see you soon. And